Hi, dear friends. Talking about sustainable fashion is one of my favorite topics because I consider that there are many misconceptions about it. It's definitely a sexy one, especially in the developed world. From swimsuits to wedding gowns, a variety of products are now promoted as carbon positive, organic, or vegan. Retail shelves also feature innovative items like yoga mats made from mushrooms and sneakers made from sugar canes. Additionally, new business models focusing on recycling, resale, rental, reuse, and repair are being marketed as key solutions for environmental sustainability. While all of this sounds like the right thing to do, the truth is, in the last 25 years, people have largely failed at their environmental impact. What we end up doing is buying new expensive clothes labeled as environmentally friendly, while old clothes are being burnt or buried in landfills. How are we really trying to be sustainable if the production of shirts and shoes has more than doubled in the past 25 years? I won't be talking here about what governments should do, even though I have a strong opinion about that. Instead, I'd like to discuss our creative and fun individual choices. I know that many people, especially those in the fashion industry, will probably not like this, but if you really want to live in a sustainable way, these are some of my suggestions. First, use your old clothes. To be honest, many of my clothes are more than 10 years old, and they're much better quality than the ones produced today. Yeah, some of them are destroyed by stains or their color has faded away, but I use those as cleaning towels. Most of them actually are just fine. And I have to be honest with you, sometimes I do feel pressured to buy new clothes because of work or because I'm sick and tired of seeing myself in the same clothes all the time. And I want to recognize that struggle. It's real and it's okay. We live in capitalism and it's the brand's responsibility to create desires of buying. I would lie if I say that I never buy new clothes, but it happens very rarely and I have to admit I always feel bad. Besides, we're talking about things to do if you really want to dress sustainably. And that is a big mission that comes with big responsibility. Second, don't fall for donations. Many people decide to donate their old clothes because it makes them feel better. The typical opinion is that by donation, we're contributing to the lives of people in need. Okay, but wouldn't you agree that donating stuff that you essentially want to get rid of will create more space for you to buy new stuff? Besides, if your wish is to support people in need, donations are actually the worst choice because it makes them dependent. I've worked in the humanitarian sector and trust me, I've seen tons of clothes being donated and then the same clothes being thrown away, both by people that received them and by organizations who are responsible to distribute them. If you really want to support people in need, I'd always recommend participating in activities that teach them a skill or competence. Then you're really making a difference. To sum up, try not to donate your clothes. Donate your time and skills instead. 3. Rock your grandma's wardrobe. Everyone knows that fashion is circular and old trends always come back. Besides, clothes produced in the 60s were much better quality than today because they were made of natural materials like wool and cotton. Sometimes they were even made at home or at the local dressmaker. You can't get more sustainable than that. If you have elderly relatives and siblings, don't be shy to ask them for their clothes and jewelry. I was so angry at my grandmother for not keeping some of the clothes that I see in old pictures. I would totally rock it today. Now that I speak about this, I'm thinking about a public call to action for clothes made until the 90s. Anyway, another benefit of this is that you'll make your grandparents proud and you'd also feel they're always with you, even when they're not anymore. 4. Swaps and secondhand. Clothing swaps turn items that might otherwise end up in the trash into new additions for someone else's wardrobe. Many people choose this method to help reduce the environmental impact of textiles. But you have to be careful here. Access to many clothes for free might actually divert you from the idea of sustainability. Naturally, people will be attracted to take more and then either donate or take it to another swap. So it's important to always ask yourself, do I really need this? As for the second-hand and thrift stores, we don't really have many in Macedonia, but I know choices are endless in some countries. You can basically get whatever you want in the thrift stores. Well, friends, I'd be very interested to know what you think about sustainable fashion and, more importantly, what your choices are to be more sustainable. Do you do any of these things I mentioned? Be creative in the comments, as I'd also like to learn about new ways that I maybe didn't think of. To sum everything up, if you ask me, I think that adopting a sustainable lifestyle is actually very simple. You just don't buy new, use what you have, and resist the traps. It builds your character and it's definitely more environmentally friendly than anything fashion brands are trying to sell. Thank you for watching this video and see you in the next one. Bye! So, Mori?